Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. This is Anita, working as a chemistry faculty at TTWRDC Sicila. In this video, I would like to give a detailed description about the basicity of amines. By the end of this session, you would be able to learn what are the factors that are affecting upon the basicity of amines. Now, let us get into the topic. Amines. Amines are nothing but the derivatives of ammonia. That is, if the hydrogen in the ammonia molecule are replaced by the hydrocarbons, you get amines. Now, based on this, the amines are classified into three types: the primary amine, the secondary amine, and the tertiary amine. The primary amine is nothing but if one hydrogen of the ammonia molecule is replaced by the alkyl group, aryl group, or any other group, then it is called as a primary amine. That is, if one substituent is present around the nitrogen atom in the ammonia, you call it as primary amine. Example, amino example aminomethane, aminopropane. Here you got one aminopropane. This is a primary amine. Two aminopropane. This is okay. This is also a primary amine, and the general formula is RNH2. Next, secondary amines. If the two hydrogens in an ammonia molecule is replaced by the alkyl groups or aryl groups or alkyl and aryl group, that is called as secondary amine. Example, dimethylamine, where nitrogen is surrounded by two methyl groups; diethylamine, where nitrogen is surrounded by two ethyl groups. You can also have the unsymmetrical amine like methyl ethylamine. So here dimethylamine is a symmetrical amine, and diethylamine is also a symmetrical amine. Two same alkyl groups are present, then you call it as a symmetrical amine. If if two different alkyl groups are present, then you call it as unsymmetrical amine. So here the secondary amine, the general formula is RRNH or R1R-NH. Coming to the third form, that is tertiary amines. If all the three hydrogens of the ammonia is replaced by the alkyl groups, then you call it as tertiary amines. Example, trimethylamine or triethylamine. So here the general formula is R1, R2, R3N. Okay, so R may be all are one symmetrical or maybe unsymmetrical. Okay, and the last one is a quaternary amine. If four different groups are present around the nitrogen, you call it as a quaternary amine. Four substituents are present around the nitrogen atom, you call it as quaternary ammonium ion. Here nitrogen will bear a positive charge on it. Okay, so generally these quaternary amines are salts. Okay, salts. Okay, a quaternary amine means nitrogen. If four substituents are present around the nitrogen, you call it as a quaternary amine, and nitrogen will bear a positive charge on it. Further, amines are classified into aliphatic, aromatic, and heterocyclic amines. Aliphatic amines. An amine in which nitrogen is bonded to the aliphatic carbon, okay, only to the alkyl groups. If nitrogen is linked directly to the alkyl groups, then you call it as aliphatic amine. If nitrogen is linked directly to the aryl group, you call it as aromatic amines. So example of this aliphatic amines are the same: methylamine, ethylamine, all the alkyl groups. Okay, so the N-propylamine, isopropylamine, N-butylamine, isobutylamine, tertiary butylamine, all these are the examples of the aliphatic amines. In the aromatic amine, you find that nitrogen is linked to the ring system, directly connected to the aromatic ring system. So, example of this is aniline, okay, and you can amine, or you can also see N-methylaniline, N-dimethylamaniline. So, all these are the examples of the aromatic amines. Now coming to the basicity of amines. So today our main topic is on only basicity of amines. So before going into the basicity of amines, you have to have a clear idea about the structure of the amines. So nitrogen is having around 5, nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. It has 5 valence electrons, in which it uses 3 of the valency electrons in the formation of the bonds. That is, it forms 3 covalent bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms, and the remaining 2 valence electrons left as unused. That is, they are not used in the bonding. They are called as unshared pair of electron or lone pair of electron. So the total basicity of amines revolves around this lone pair of electron. Okay, we can explain the concept of basicity using this lone pair of electrons only. Okay, so nitrogen has 3 bond pair of electron and 1 lone pair of electron. Okay, so and here if you see the basicity of amines. Okay, so basicity of amines can be defined in 2 ways. Okay, one is electron pair donor is an acid, is a base. Electron pair donor is a base, and proton acceptor is also a base. So according to Lewis, lone pair donor or electron pair donor is a base. So you call it as amines are Lewis bases. Okay, electron pair donor is a Lewis base, or lone pair donor is a Lewis base. And according to Bronsted, according to Bronsted, proton acceptor acts as a base. Okay, so according to Bronsted, what? Proton acceptor is a base. According to Lewis, electron pair donor is a base. So we have got the 2 different definitions of basicity that defines basicity of amines. Okay, so before going to this, you have to know the basicity of amines in 2 different phase reactions. One is the one is the gas phase reaction, and the other is the aqueous phase reaction. Okay, in the gas phase reaction, that is, the basicity of amines depends upon the 2 factors. One is the plus I effect, and the other is the stability of the ammonium ion. So now let us see the plus I effect. So plus I effect is nothing but the inductive effect. So as the number of alkyl groups increases around the nitrogen atom, the tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons increases, and the basicity is also increasing. Okay, so here the plus I effect mean, as the plus number of plus I groups, here plus I groups are nothing but the electron releasing groups. So what happens is that is they release the electrons. What happens, they release the electrons. Once they release the electrons, is what is happening is they are pushing this lone pair of electrons for the easy availability for protonation. Okay, they are pushing these electrons, these electron releasing groups, they push the electrons to outside so that they can be readily available for the protonation. Okay, so in the gas phase reaction, if you consider this plus psi effect, then the order of basicity of amines would be tertiary is greater than, secondary is greater than, primary is greater than ammonia. That is, tertiary amine is more basic than secondary amine, whereas secondary amine is more basic than primary amine. Why? Because in tertiary you got 3 methyl groups. 3 methyl groups means methyl groups are electron releasing groups, that is plus psi groups. The more the number of plus psi groups, the greater the electron density on the nitrogen. Whereas in the case of secondary amine, what happens, you got only 2 methyl groups, somewhat less electron density when compared to the tertiary. And in the case of primary amine, you got only 1 methyl group, electron density on the nitrogen is further less. So as the number of methyl groups are increasing, the greater the electron density on the nitrogen, the greater would be the tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons to the electron deficient group or any H plus, and the greater would be the basicity. Okay, so this is about the plus psi effect. The plus psi groups increases the basicity of amines. Okay, next is the stability of the ammonium ion. So these amines, they accept the proton and they converted into protonated amines. Amines, they accept the proton, okay, and they convert into protonated amines. These are nothing but the ammonium salts. Okay, these ammonium ions, any ion is found to be unstable, right? Any charged species is found to be unstable, but as the number of groups is present around the nitrogen, more number of groups are present around the nitrogen, the more the charge dispersion is taking place. Therefore greater will be the stability and greater will be the basicity. In the case of tertiary butyl ammonium ion, the charge is dispersed to the positive charge that is present on the nitrogen is dispersed to the three methyl groups. In the case of secondary ammonium ion, the positive charge is dispersed to the 2 methyl groups. In the case of primary amine, the positive charge is dispersed to the 1 methyl group. And in the ammonia, there are no methyl groups, so no charge dispersion. So here I want to say that the greater the charge dispersion, the greater would be the stability. Okay, and the greater would be the basicity. Okay, now so combining these two factors, one is the plus psi effect and the other is the stability of ammonium ion. Okay, if you combine these two factors, the overall basicity of amines in the gas phase reaction would be tertiary is greater than, secondary is greater than, primary is greater than ammonia. Okay, so what is it? Tertiary is greater than, secondary is greater than, primary is greater than ammonia. If you look at here, you can see it clearly. Okay, so here the 3 methyl groups are present. What 3 methyl groups is present around the nitrogen, they release the electrons so that these lone pair electrons are pushed so that they can be readily available for protonation. Whereas here in the case of secondary amine, 2 methyl groups are present, and in the case of primary amine, 1 methyl group. So greater the number of methyl groups, greater would be the basicity. So the overall basicity would be in the gas phase reaction would be tertiary is greater than, secondary is greater than, primary is greater than ammonia. Now coming to the aqueous solution phase. What would be the basicity of amine in the solution phase? In the case of solution phase, you will consider three factors to determine the basicity of amines. One is the you will consider three factors to determine the basicity of amines. One is the Plessy effect, as usual, as we have seen in the gas phase reactions, and the second one is the solvation effect, which is very important. You can also call this as hydrogen bonding effect, and the third one is the steric crowding. Okay, so let us see now. Plessy effect, as already said, as the number of alkyl groups increases or electron releasing groups increases, the basicity increases, or as the number of Plessy groups increases, the basicity is also increases. Okay, and next is the solvation. So here we are coming to solvation. When you are coming to solvation, whenever amines are dissolved in water, what is happening is they form the protonated amines. That is, they form the protonated amines, yes. And not only this, they also form the hydrogen bonding with the water molecules. That is, the hydrogen of these amines is involved in the hydrogen bonding with the oxygen of the water molecule. Okay, so greater the number of hydrogen bonding, greater would be the stability and greater would be the basicity. I repeat, as the number of hydrogen bonding increases, what is happening is the hydration energy that is liberated would be more. So whenever the hydration energy that is liberated is more, stability would be more for that, and stability is more means that it means here the basicity is also more. If you consider this primary amine, it has got three hydrogen. It forms primary amine. When dissolved in the water, you get primary ammonium ion. Okay, and this primary ammonium ion has got three hydrogen bonding centers, and the secondary ammonium ion has got the two hydrogen bonding centers, and the tertiary amine has got only one hydrogen bonding center. So greater the number of hydrogen bonds, greater the stability. Okay, so here the solvation effect or solvation of ions is only considered for the aqueous solution, but not in the gas phase reaction. Okay, if you consider this solvation, the stability would be primary would be greater than secondary is greater than tertiary. So in the solution phase, if you consider the solvation, the stability, the basicity of amines order would be primary is greater than, secondary is greater than tertiary. But you need to consider the one more effect, that is the steric effect. See, if bulky groups are present around the nitrogen, you call it as steric crowding. Okay, if bulky groups are present around the nitrogen, you say that steric crowding is present. Okay, so whenever these bulky groups, they hinder the lone pair of electrons, that is, nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons with a greater ease. I repeat, due to the presence of the bulky groups around the nitrogen, nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons with a greater ease. Okay, therefore when the tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons is decreasing, automatically the basicity would be decreased. Okay. The tendency to donate the lone pair of electron decreases means basicity is also decreasing. So considering this factor, taking this steric factor into consideration, now the stability or now the order of the basicity of amines would be secondary is greater than, primary is greater than, tertiary. Secondary is greater than, primary is greater than, tertiary. Now combining these two effects, that is the solvation effect, the steric effect, and the Plessy effect. The overall stability would be the overall order for the basicity of amines in the aqueous phase would be secondary is greater than primary is greater than tertiary for methyl substituents, and secondary is greater than tertiary is greater than primary for ethyl substituents. Okay, I repeat. So in the case of gas phase reaction, so here it's very clear, you see here. In the case of gas phase reaction, the order would be tertiary is greater than, secondary is greater than, primary is greater than ammonia. You are considering only two factors. One factor is the Plessy effect, and the other factor is the stability of the ammonium ion, that is the charge dispersion. And in the case of the aqueous solution, taking three factors into consideration. One is the Plessy effect, and the other is the solvation effect, and the last one is the steric effect. If all these factors are taken into consideration, the overall order of the basicity of amines would be secondary is greater than, primary is greater than, tertiary is greater than ammonia. Okay, so with this we came to know what is the order of the basicity in the gas phase reaction and what is the order of the basicity in the aqueous phase reaction. Okay, now not only on this basicity will always depends upon the many factors. So we will see one more thing. As I already said, basicity is nothing but the tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons, okay, or making the lone pair of electrons readily available for the protonation. Okay, so here one more important factor I would like to tell is aliphatic amines are more basic than aromatic amines. So why aliphatic amines are more basic than aromatic amines? If you see here, in aromatic amines, what is, suppose this you have taken, in aromatic amines what is happening is the lone pair electrons on the nitrogen atom are delocalized with the ring. When they are delocalized with the ring, so they are not available for the protonation. So when they are not available for protonation, nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons. Therefore, the tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons will be less and the basicity will be less. But whereas for aliphatic amines, what is happening is, aliphatic amines means this, when nitrogen atom that is directly linked to the alkyl groups, that is electron releasing groups. The electron releasing groups, what do they push this lone pair of electrons to the outside, that is making readily available for protonation. Okay, so if you consider, let us consider one example here. Okay, consider the basicity of cyclohexylamine, aniline and paranitroaniline. So which of the following is more basic? So actually basicity can be explained in terms of the pKb value. Okay, the lesser the pKb value, the greater would be the basicity. Okay, basicity is directly proportional to Kb, okay, and inversely proportional to pKb, and it is directly proportional to pKa. Okay, so the lesser the value of pKb, the greater would be the basicity. So here if you see this, in the case of aniline, what is happening is pKb is 9.50. Okay, here the lone pair of electrons on nitrogen are delocalized to the benzene ring. Here the lone pair electrons of nitrogen are delocalized to the benzene ring. Now nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons. Okay, and what is, see, in the case of paranitroaniline, what is happening? In the case of para-nitroaniline, electron withdrawing group is present here. That is, nitro group is present at the para position, which is a electron withdrawing group. See, electron withdrawing group, the main quality of this electron withdrawing group is they withdraw the electron density on the nitrogen. When they withdraw the electron density on the nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons to the proton, okay, to H plus. So here if you take the cyclohexylamine, so here the nitrogen which is lone pair of electrons are localized, that is they are localized on the nitrogen atom, okay. So therefore they are readily available for the protonation. Therefore the order of basicity will be cyclohexylamine is greater than aniline is greater than para-nitroaniline. So in the case of cyclohexylamine, lone pair electrons are localized on the nitrogen atom itself, okay. And but in the case of aniline, lone pair of electrons are delocalized to the benzene ring. When lone pair of electrons are delocalized in the benzene ring, they are not available for the proton, right? They are not available for protonation. And here in the case of third case, already the lone pair of electrons are delocalized to the benzene ring, and moreover this nitro group is electron withdrawing group, okay. It withdraws the electron density that is present around the nitrogen, and now nitrogen cannot donate the electron pair to the H plus. Therefore the order of basicity is cyclohexylamine is greater than aniline is greater than para-nitroaniline, okay. Next is the heterocyclics. If you consider this heterocyclics, yeah, we will see this example. Aniline, okay. Next one is aniline, para-nitroaniline and para-methylaniline. So here the first one is aniline, okay. In all the cases nitrogen is directly attached to the benzene ring system. So here in the third case is the methyl group is electron donating group, okay. It increases the electron density on the nitrogen. Then next one is the aniline. Next is NO2, okay, para-nitroaniline. The order will be 3 is greater than 1 is greater than 2. So why? Because 3 methyl group is in plus I group. As I already said, as the plus I groups increases, the electron density on the nitrogen increases and the basicity increases. See, whenever you are asked to compare about the basicity, you have to look at for the electron releasing groups, okay. Whenever if electron releasing groups are present around the nitrogen, then that moiety would be having the more basicity, okay. So here methyl group is an electron releasing group, therefore it will be having more electron density on the nitrogen, and the tendency to donate the lone pair of electron would be also be more, and the basicity would be more, okay. And next will be the aniline, okay. Next is aniline, and next will be the last is the para-nitroaniline, because nitro group is the electron withdrawing group. It withdraws the electron density on the nitrogen, okay. And therefore the order will be 3 is greater than 1 is greater than 2. Next yeah, if you see this morpholine and piperidine, okay. So piperidine is more basic than morpholine. I already told you pKb gives the value of all. If you want to arrive the value of the basic basicity values, you can also know your kb. You can give in the kb or pkb or pka, okay. The greater the pka, the greater would be the basicity, okay, and the lesser the pkb, the greater would be the basicity, okay. If you see here, the piperidine is more basic than morpholine. Why? Because in the case of morpholine, you have an extra atom, that is oxygen atom is attached. So oxygen, you know, it is more electronegative. More electronegative means what? It electron loving species, electron withdrawing species, okay. It want the electrons, it cannot donate the electrons. Remember always, more electronegative atom will never donate the electrons. electrons. Okay, it will only withdraw the electrons because it is an electron loving species. Okay, and next so that is why oxygen here acts as an electron withdrawing group. So as I already said, as the electron withdrawing group is present around the nitrogen atom, it withdraws the electron density towards itself, making it less available for the protonation. So therefore here piperidine is more basic than morpholine. Okay, and next is 2-chloropyridine and pyridine, and the same thing here is also going to see in the case of pyridine and 2-chloropyridine, which is more basic, means pyridine is more basic than 2-chloropyridine. Now let us see why this pyridine is more basic than 2-chloropyridine. So because here also chlorine acts as a minus I effect group. So as I already said, the plus I groups increase the basicity of amines, the minus I groups decreases the basicity of amines. Chlorine is a minus I group. Chlorine is a minus I group. It withdraws the electron density that is present on the nitrogen atom. Okay, when it is withdrawing, now nitrogen does not have any tendency to donate the lone pair to the protonation. Okay, therefore pyridine is more basic than 2-chloropyridine. Okay, and one more example we will see here, amines and amides. Okay, so amide, if you consider amines and amides, okay, amines are RNH2 and amides are RCONH2. Amines are always more basic than amides. Yes, I repeat, amines are always more basic than amides, because in the case of amines, nitrogen here amines means nitrogen is directly attached to the alkyl groups, right? Okay, so but in the case of amides, you have an electron, you have a group called CO group, which is an electron withdrawing group, and moreover in the amides, the lone pair of electrons are nitrogen on the nitrogen are delocalized to the CO group. Okay, now so they are involved in the delocalization with the CO group. So that is why once they are involved in the delocalization, the nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair electrons for protonation effectively. Okay, so amines are more basic when compared to amides. Next this yes, this is also one of the example which I would like to quote is pherol and pyridine. Okay, if you consider the which is more basic, like the pherol or pyridine. Okay, so pyridine is always more basic than pherol. So why? Because in pherol in in pherol, the lone pair of electrons are involved in the aromatic system. That is, it is a part of the aromatic success system, right? That is why when it is involved in the aromatic system, nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons. Okay, but in the case of pyridine, the lone pair of electrons are not involved in the delocalization. That is, already it is having a conjugated system, right? Just like benzene. So these nitrogen lone pair of electrons are localized. When they are localized, they can be easily available for donation. Now the nitrogen, the lone pair of electrons on the pyridine can be readily available for protonation. So when it is readily available, means it can easily donate, and therefore basicity will be more also. So if you compare the basicity of pherol and pyridine, pyridine is found to be more basic than pherol. Why? Because in pherol, the lone pair of electrons are involved in the aromatic cister system. That is, there is a part of the aromatic system. Okay, when it is it is a part of the aromatic system, but here in the case of pyridine, it is not a part of the aromatic system. Okay, if you see the Huckel's rule, you'll know this, it is a part of this aromatic system. Next one more important point is percentage of S character is okay. If we were asked to percentage of S character. So whenever percentage of S character is increasing, that depends upon the basicity also. Okay, so as the more the S character, the lesser will be the basicity. Okay, so why? Because S character is nothing but your percentage of S character is increasing, nothing but the electronegativity is increasing. So whenever the electronegativity is increasing, what is happening is electron withdrawing power is increasing. Okay, that is, it cannot donate the, and electron donating power is decreasing. When it is not able to donate the electron with a greater ease, then basicity is also decreasing. So if you see here, in the case of this percentage of S character, okay, this in the triple bond the hybridization is sp. Okay, in the double bond the hybridization is sp2, and in the single bond it is sp3. So in the sp hybridization, the percentage of S character is more, that is electronegativity is more, that is, and moreover you know that S orbital is very close to the nucleus, it is having more nuclear attraction over the electrons over the S orbital is having more nuclear attraction, right? Now they're tightly held. Tightly held means cannot donate, right? Cannot donate to the protonation. Means they are not available for protonation. So the greater the S character, the lesser would be the basicity. So if you see here in methyl cyanide, okay, and this pyridine, okay, and so if you see this 3 is greater than 2 is greater than 1. Okay, so always remember the sp hybridized bonding will be having the lesser basicity, then sp2, next last is the sp3. Okay, so why? Because as a percentage of S character is increasing, electronegativity is increasing, and electronegativity increasing means nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair electron with a great ease. Why? Because S orbital is very close to the nucleus, and it experiences a greater force of attraction. The S electrons, they experience a greater force of attraction over the nucleus, and now when they are experiencing this greater force of attraction, electrons are very tightly held. Electrons cannot be donated with easily. So the greater the S character, or the lesser would be the basicity. Okay, so so this about your amines, and so main thing we are saying that alkyl amines are more basic than aryl amines. And why? Because in the case of aryl amines, the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen are delocalized to the benzene ring. Okay, and the plus I groups will increases the basicity of amines, the minus I groups decreases the basicity of amines, the percentage of S character increases, the basicity of amines is decreasing. And if you see these heterocyclic amines, pherol and pyridine, in the case of pherol, the lone pair of electrons in the pherol is involved in the aromatic cister system. Okay, and whereas the lone pair of electrons in the pyridine is not involved in the delocalization, that is, the lone pair are localized on the nitrogen atom. Okay, and now when it is localized, it is readily available for protonation. So and when you compare the basicity of amines and amides, always amines are more basic than amides. Why? Because in the case of amines, what is happening? Amines are amines are bonded to aliphat plus I groups, but whereas in the case of amides, the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen are delocalized to the CO group. Okay, so now when they are delocalized to the CO group, they are not available for protonation. Okay, And apart, not only this, we have seen some other, in the case of aryl amines also, if plus I groups are present around aniline at ortho and para positions, this would be more basic. If minus I groups are present, then that would be less basic. So plus I group, plus I substituted amines are more basic than simple aniline. Okay, then later on minus I substituted. Okay, so first is the plus I substituted aniline, then simple aniline, then minus I substituted aniline. The order of the basicity would be like this. Okay, so here if you see the morpholine and piperidine, always piperidine is more basic than morpholine, because morpholine you will have an extra atom, that is the oxygen atom, which is the more electronegative atom, which is more electronegativity is nothing but more electron withdrawing capacity. Therefore it will never donate the electrons, it will always withdraw the electrons. Therefore making this making the nitrogen electron density less available for protonation. Okay, and if you could see the pyridine and 2-chloropyridine, always pyridine is more basic than 2-chloropyridine. Why? Because the chlorine is a minus I effect group, right? Minus I effect group chlorine. Okay, and it withdraws electrons that is present on the nitrogen, and therefore now nitrogen cannot donate the lone pair of electrons. Okay, but this is not, but pyridine you don't have any minus I groups, therefore pyridine is more basic than 2-chloropyridine. So this is about your basicity of amines. And oh, this is one more example we have seen. Yes, so here the more the number of aryl groups resonance stabilized. Yes, this let us see this example also. The more the number of aryl, so this is your aniline, this is your N dimethylamine aniline, and this is diphenyl aniline. Okay, and this is your cyclohexylamine. So cyclohexylamine is always more basic than aniline. Here in the case of cyclohexylamine, you see nitrogen lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen are localized, right? That is present on the, they are localized on the nitrogen atom only. Now nitrogen can easily donate this lone pair of electrons to the proton, right? But in the case of aniline, what is it? The lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen is involved in the delocalization, right? It is in the conjugation with the pi electron ring system, pi ring system. Okay, so when it is in conjugation with the pi system, what is happening is nitrogen availability of lone pair of electrons is less, therefore tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons is also less. Here if you see here diphenylamine, if you see this one, here the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen is in conjugation with the two ring system. Okay, so here the lone pair of electrons in conjugation with only one ring system, but here but in the case of diphenylamine, what is happening is the lone pair electrons on the nitrogen is in conjugation with the two ring system, that is two aromatic ring system. Now it is having lesser and lesser availability of lone pair of electrons. Okay, therefore no chance of donating the lone pair of electrons to the protonation. So if you compare this one, the basicity, cyclohexylamine will be more basic than aniline, will be more basic than this one. Okay, so this is more and more resonance stabilized. Okay, always the resonance the greater the resonance stabilization, the lesser the basicity. Okay, so aniline is resonance stabilized, and this diphenylamine is also a more resonance stabilized. The greater the resonance stabilization, the lesser the basicity. Okay, so this is about your topic of best city of amines. So these are the many factors that we can take into consideration to describe this best city of amines. Okay, so that's all for this day. Thank you.